Hi, welcome to the Urban Cycling Show. I'm Rocky.
I'm Dan.
And today we're going to talk about how you can get involved in your local cycling community. Yeah, definitely making it more fun, and I think Critical Mass is doing a good job with that. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's a big driving force behind that, behind people kind of motivating themselves to get on the bike and cycle to work or cycle for fun. Because, yeah, I think a lot of heads turn when they see people gathering in such big groups like this, and they wonder what's going on. I think they realise how much fun cycling can be.
What do you reckon of that ride?
It's a good ride. Critical Mass obviously comes along every month, and it's generally very enjoyable. It's just a celebration of cycling. We meet up at the same time every month. In every city around the world do it. It's not just Manchester.
Yeah.
We go for a bike ride, have a few drinks, and just generally enjoy ourselves and networking.
So that's where all your celebration actually happens, after your bike ride.
So after you've done a bit of the social thing, you've met some other cyclists, which is cool, and then you can get drunk and just cycle home. Is that right?
Yeah, there's actually isn't a limit for being drunk on a bike, which is weird.
Yeah, okay, technically what you're saying is kind of right, but what it is when you're going to drink and drive on a bike, you need to be in control of your bike. So if you're driving dangerously, cycling dangerously, then you can be prosecuted for cycling dangerously. If police stop you and try and breathalyse you, they're not allowed to breathalyse you on a bike. You can refuse to be breathalyzed, but you can be fined £2,500 from what I understand in the UK. It might be different in different countries, for not driving your bike safely. So that might be going through a red light, hitting a pedestrian, wobbling around on the road and causing a threat to other drivers. Now obviously there's a lot of reasons you might not want to drink and drive. The fact that as cyclists we're quite vulnerable. And when your bike doesn't go straight, it might hit something.
Yeah. As a cyclist, you're already worried enough of your safety, and by being too intoxicated, riding your bike doesn't help you in any kind of way of being safe.
That's
so
true.
what do we advise as a limit?
I think a good suggestion could be following the rules that you're going to follow for driving usually, particularly if you're cycling in a dangerous environment. If you're just a few 100 metres down the road and you live in a more of a country area and you know the roads are safe, you might be fine having a couple more drinks, and as long as you can ride the bike safely. But please be careful if you're going to drink and ride your bike.
Well, if you ever got too intoxicated, just lock your bike and then walk home.
Yeah. I guess you could treat it like a car as well, that you wouldn't drive under the influence. What would the difference between drink driving on a bike and a car, do you think? How are they different?
Well, if you are drunk and driving your car, you are prone to cause collateral damage in a more serious way, rather than a bike, which you would cause harm to other people, but it would be a more harm to yourself, which is contradictory to your own bike safety movement that the cycling community is trying to impose.
Yeah, I think when you're cycling and taking drugs or drinking or whatever, then I think it's always best to just be in moderation, be careful. And if one of your friends is trying to get on a bike and he's falling around, maybe stop them and just tell them to get a taxi instead. Hopefully get a taxi where you can put your bike in. Taxi could be a good idea if you can't lock your bike up. Obviously if you've got a local train you can put your bike on, that could help as well. You've been on a Critical Mass, you've enjoyed it, possibly it could be a great thing to go on. What other kind of cycling clubs or events might there be to get involved in?
Well, if you are into your high-speed pedaling action, then you can join your local bike club, which is the Lycra Men.
Obviously there's local bike clubs that focus on speed, so they're doing time trials, they're doing challenges. Some of them might be getting a bit muddy as well, but these events can be quite intimidating, but the cyclists can certainly be the sort of people who would spend more money on the bikes, more money on the lycra, more that kind of thing. So that might not be something you want to get involved with, depending on how specialist a cyclist you want to be. What other kind of events might you see in a city for more general cyclists?
There is one bike festival that is native to the Manchester City area, and that's the Northwest Velofest. They organise multiple bike rides that could appeal to a variety of people.
That sounds good. What kind of events might you find on the Northwest Velofest?
Photography ride, science ride, an art ride, and even an alley cat.
And beer and deer?
Beer and deer. What's a beer and deer?
Beer and deer is you cycle along and then find some deer and then have a beer.
Wow.
One of the things they do for Velofest, they tie in the timing with the World Naked Bike Ride. Some of you guys might have already heard of that. Rocky, what do you think of the World Naked Bike Ride?
I think it's fun for some people.
True.
And it's not illegal to ride your bike naked, and it's not even illegal to be out in the public all naked and free.
As long as you don't do anything weird.
Yeah, definitely. Don't do anything weird. But why do they ride their bike naked?
Yeah, the reason behind it was started by a guy in Australia, and he was trying to represent how, as a cyclist, we're virtually naked. Certainly in terms of traffic, in terms of protection against traffic. We don't have a lot to protect us against these big steel shells, so we're kind of riding our bikes naked.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the point behind the bike ride has been lost on a lot of people.
Definitely for some people. There are a lot of P words out there. But if you do want to be safe, just make sure you wear a helmet. What other ways can we try and research or even try and find local bike communities like these?
MySpace?
MySpace? That's, I don't think, they don't run anymore.
Oh yeah, well there's obviously Facebook, so you can look at Facebook groups, join a few local groups and they'll tell you what's going on, look on this thing called the internet.
Yeah.
Any other ideas?
You could go visit your local bike shop. That's not a franchise, because bike shops sometimes do organise their own bike rides, or even the people who work there could introduce you to other bike rides.
Yeah, that could be a great way to join your local cycling community, help you get on your bike and enjoy the whole act of cycling more. Which I think what these kind of events will be about. Certainly Velofest is about exploring other things, bringing new people into the hobby and making it more accessible for cyclists.
That's it for the video. If you enjoy it, leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below of any interesting bike rides or bike communities that you just not the naked bike ride night.
Oh,
it's not right now. It's done.
It's not for another year yet, so I was just getting excited then.
Yeah, and it only counts if you're on the bike, mate.
Right.
Yeah, comment down below of any stuff that you might find.
Yeah, we'd love to see comments about local events going around you, if you're interested in organising a local event, if you are already involved in organising a local event, or if you just want to find out about local events. So please comment and like and subscribe.
Yeah, thank you very much.